Jimmy, I gotta take a dump.
What?
No, I mean I need a dumpster.
Well, for all those needs, you need to call Big V Dumpster Rental, Long Island, New York, 631 900 dump.
It could virtually destroy him. What
Yeah,
kind of
and do what
friend is
else?
that? So my
And
point
do
is
what
with
else?
this,
Fill his
Jimmy.
wallet.
Well, this is it. It's like, you know what? I'm going to make money. I'm just going to let this dude unload on one of my wrestlers, and
Right.
whatever happens, happens.
Right. Right. Sick as it sounds, even though whatever was going to possibly happen with WWE isn't going to happen, sick as it sounds, if he finds a way to stay together, he might do better with his promotion because he was only getting 3 people. Now he'll get 7.
I'm going to read this. I'm going to ask you a
I don't
comment,
know.
and then I'm going to go to comments in the chat.
Okay.
If indeed what I saw was what I saw, which is people before the show, during the day time drinking, and you break a bottle, it was a fucking can, not a
It was
bottle.
a can.
So there you go, Mark
wasn't a
Henry,
bottle.
with one of the biggest racists. You talk about racist, there he is.
Reverse.
King of the racists, okay?
Reverse racist on
Take a
parade. Yeah.
bottle over a guy's head and talk trash like that guy was not going to do nothing. Yeah, you're at fault.
Moron. It's a moron. It's a moronic take. Promoter never should have hired the kid after the beer can incident. You never should have followed through with any of it. And then you're calling up and saying, "Oh, oh, my bad." I love the response too. My bad. All right, talk about somebody who knows that their father will try to get them out of anything, or thinks their father
Well,
can get them out of
that's
anything.
what kind of makes me wonder, is it like kind of a work? It's like, what is this? But the
Who
fact of
doesn't
the
work
matter
like
is,
this? What kind
no,
of work is
I
that?
hear. Let me read comments. I'm going to ask you to
Yeah.
respond. All right, let's see.
Yeah,
What I
I'll
can
try.
pull
It
up for you.
depends on if it's smart or stupid. It all depends.
Let me see. B40.
Okay, B40.
Oh, he put
It's
two
like
guys never
B40.
grew up, Flair or Marty Jannetty.
He's
It's a
right.
good comment. He's right.
No,
I
he's right.
can't
He's
disagree.
correct. He's correct about that. Yep.
Jay Hudson, the promoter
Okay.
out there drinking with the guys.
Yeah, come on. The whole thing just reeks of small time lameness.
Today's problem with promoters, there's too many marks and old guys.
Absolutely. Agreed.
Jay Will, unprofessional actions from Raja.
Oh, forget unprofessional. It's just inhumane. What the hell's going on there?
Yard Ape, Roger's going to get canceled before he goes to jail. Now with guys like Mark Henry around.
Yeah,
CP4, it's a work.
I don't know who would sign up for getting their skull hammered repeatedly by some, a cage fighter. But okay, if it is, it is.
Mark Henry talking about the old days is hilarious. He was given a $10 million contract out of the gate to start his career.
Mark Henry was great for 2 months with the pink suit and the threatening to retire. And he gets in the Hall of Fame. So
I just don't understand how
comes with the package.
How could that
And
guy
it's not a
have
Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer. He's not. What on earth kind of curriculum do we have where Mark Henry is a Hall of Famer? Not in the day and age we grew up. Not in the day and age of the Attitude Era. Not in the day. What? How did he get in? How the fuck is he in? Seriously. And he is a
I
reverse
want to know how the Busted Open crew doesn't hold him to task to that comment.
Oh, please.
Where's the balls? Where's the balls? You know what? If we had ever had the opportunity to be on Sirius XM, we wouldn't change. Where are the balls here?
Right. And what are you going to do? Beat us up for us asking where are your moral balls? Because that's what we're asking. We know where your balls are physically. We're not blind. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
Listen, if you disagree with what happened to that psycho guy, right, then how could you even not go after Mark Henry on this?
Yeah, what is Mark Henry saying? That's what he would have done? You think he got this far in the business all these years and got put in the Hall of Fame by, being like that? He's so full of shit.
Well, you think about it too. Wrestling is a dance, right? It's an unnatural dance, Jimmy. Like your body
Right.
doesn't want to fall on its back. Your body doesn't want
Right.
to get slammed.
Right.
So everything you're doing is unnatural. So this guy's giving you his body, and you
You see
decide,
that
okay,
with
here's my
yeah.
opportunity just to unload on this dude.
Yeah. By the way, where is the internet cry for justice for Psycho Stu and have him signed to WWE immediately?
Mm.
Where's the cry for that?
This is a strange,
You got Mark
strange
Henry. You
world.
got Mark Henry excusing him away. That's what we have now. That's what we have now.
Shame on Mark Henry. Shame on him. He's a piece of shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he said that the day
He
he
is a
first
piece
met,
of shit.
he said the day that he first met Hulk Hogan was like one of the greatest days of his life, and then he continues to trash him even afterwards. So it's like, yeah, okay, Mark. There's a guy who's been given too much power.
Kelly Osbourne all upset because Becky Lynch on Monday Night Raw was attacking Birmingham, and she said the best thing of Birmingham is dead. Kelly Osbourne not happy, and now the WWE writers are saying that Becky went off the script, which, by the way, is a work because they're trying to convince wrestling fans that they have no control over the wrestlers. So you never know what's going to happen week to week, everybody. Look out. They may go off script.
Yeah, Becky Lynch is about to take her foot, grease it up real good, turn it sideways, and stick it up her mouth. Fucking moronic fucking statement. Fucking dumb as fuck. What are you doing? That was ridiculous to do that. Ozzy's not even cold yet, and you take a dump on Ozzy's.
Wow, you're really bothered by that, huh?
I think it's shit. I thought it was shit. I never would have allowed that. Vince would.
Wow, really?
This is not 1999, Mike.
It's pro wrestling, bro.
No, it's not pro wrestling when you throw Ozzy's like the only good thing in this city died a month ago. Fuck you, man. We're still feeling some fucking sores over Ozzy. Ozzy's not my friend. Let's not get carried away. It's not my friend.
No, I understand your love for Ozzy. I totally get it. I'm surprised though. When it comes to wrestling, I kind of feel like
it's not always all off limits. Like, for example, the time where Reed Flair was mentioned by Paige, that was shit.
That's classless, dude.
Well, I'll tell you
There's
what.
a difference. There's a difference, dude. Reed Flair OD'd.
Going to Birmingham, where Ozzy was, it's his city, okay? And Birmingham is a blue collar, rough place, all right? Those people really adored that man. He's basically everything to that city. We don't understand the culture over there, but I'll tell you this: they're very proud of their city in Birmingham. They're very proud of their football club. They have hundreds of years of history over there across the pond with that city. You don't say that about the emperor. He's everything that city is adores and is proud of. My God, there's statues of the band.
So then, okay. So I understand that. So then, why aren't you equally angry over the fact that she said that you guys have oppressed my people for a lifetime, talking about the English with the Irish?
Well, slow down. First of all, I'm actually, I know I'm adopted, but half my blood is Irish, and I am well aware of what goes on.
Again, which I thought was very funny, by the way.
Yeah. Well, they won't inspect that. Nobody cares about that plight. Don't you see? It's selectiveness with the media. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about that. So nobody's going to say nothing about that. It's the Ozzy thing. To me, it's obvious. Look, it doesn't make it okay if you say it a few years from now. But my God, soften the blow. What the hell? The guy just died. I thought it was shit.
B40, Mark Henry, hypocrite, rips Hogan, but friends with Flair, who called his best friend Teddy Long the N-word to his face and gets him fired at NWA days. B40, you know a lot of shit, dude. And you know what? Yeah. That's such a true comment. Jimmy, I got to go back to the Ozzy thing. I don't know, dude. Is it just, okay, what if she would have said it 3 months later, like in December?
No, I actually think that's something that you'd probably have to wait years for. I got to be honest. And I'm sorry if you find it a little befuddling, but I can't really. It's kind of complex when it comes to Ozzy and Sabbath and Maiden and most of the core of their real audience, the millions, there are millions of us. Mostly the core all live that lifestyle. we kind of lived the same way Ozzy did in many, many ways. No, I wasn't snorting ants, but I'll tell you what, though, as far as the lifestyle and the way he looked at things and the way he lived his life traveling and the gigging and everything, yeah, a lot of us can relate to that guy. There's something very real about him and always was. So when he passes away and it being that recent, yeah, it's going to light a fire under my ass. It really is. It would be like somebody like I know Ozzy is to me probably what Vince McMahon is to you, which is what makes the show work. We couldn't be more different, but have similar loves for certain key things. But if Vince McMahon suddenly was, getting the lines from on Tony Khan's show 3 weeks later, and something like that was fucking said, you would have been going
Sure.
ballistic. And you know
You're
what?
right.
Oddly
You're
enough,
right.
I would have been standing there right. I would have been going ballistic too.
You're right. You know
I
what? When you
would've
put it
too.
that way, Jimmy, I guess you know what I mean. Sometimes I feel like in wrestling,
Yeah,
it's all bets
yeah.
are off, right?
Well,
But again,
as you said,
I get
also
it.
though, it's just wrestling. So let me hammer this home. Hey, Becky Lynch, congratulations. You're one of the most famous women wrestlers of all time. It's wonderful. But compared to Ozzy, in the cultural landscape of the world and the history of the world, you are a fucking pimple compared to Ozzy Osbourne. So go ahead,
Yeah,
say shit,
it's
because
true.
in death, Ozzy is larger than you'll ever be
And again, let's
here
not forget Becky Lynch was
and
one of the
now.
ones that refused to come out to tribute for Hulk Hogan. And you
Right,
wouldn't be you and
right.
your hubby wouldn't be making all the money you're making if it wasn't for that man. So at the bare minimum,
Right.
show the respect that
Yeah.
that your daughter gets to
Yeah.
travel with you on buses, planes, and trains, right? And that
Yeah.
you have so much fucking. It's like,
Come on.
dude. I'm going to tell you this.
It's too
So,
much.
Clash in Paris is coming up. I want to go through a few matches, get your answers. We'll call it a night. But I will tell you
All right.
this, and I'm going to make this clear. I ain't getting ESPN for $29.99. I could give a
Yeah, I got a
flying
problem.
fuck.
I'm
I have
glad.
no
I'm
clue.
glad you. I'm glad you brought that up. We do have a problem, Mike. We have a problem, and you know what? In a way, maybe we don't, because we used to cover more of the regular stuff that's going on, but we haven't lately because it's like I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of reasons for that. But when I got wind that they now want to add another, bunch of dollars to my monthly stuff, I was like, you know something? Now you're starting to push me. Now, this is where things get interesting, Mike, because I always talked about it and I always felt that they're in good hands and stuff. But once you get too greedy and you're not giving enough back, the public is going to tell you, fuck off.